Yo, this Chef Roi, you locked in with Pure Clear TV.
In the building with one of the hottest chefs in Kansas City, man. Introduce yourself, man.
I am him, Chef Roi, where the food tastes better than it looks, and it looks damn good. What's happening?
Perfect, man. I just said your name, so they already know who you are. And the people that know, they know too, so.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Where you from? Let the people know where you from.
I am from Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised in the South Side area, 51st Street to be exact. I grew up, I don't like to tell people I grew up rough, because I didn't. My guardian, which is my uncle, still here. Amazing man, you know what I mean? He did everything he could. He did everything in his willpower to make sure he grew us up correctly. So I don't like to tell people I had a rough childhood. My childhood was what I made, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know, I just feel like I'm taking what I went through and what I've seen in my past, and you know.
Right, it's all good. One question I want to know is what actually made you want to just start being a chef and just like really taking it serious? Like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Competitiveness. It's very spiritual for me. So when I say competitiveness, meaning a close friend of mine, it was for years and years and years, I just felt like it was just me against him. And he was just flipping switches and pushing buttons, because he knew that's what, you know what I'm saying, he's pushing buttons and flipping switches. So he figured that's what would get me going, and it did. So that's a big reason why I got into being a chef. I'm sorry.
Not to cut you off, but I'm saying, like, okay, you grew up with this friend?
Kind of, sort of. Well, we were adults. By the time we met, we were adults. So.
All right, so this is what I'm saying. Like, in growing up, like, did you just know you was gonna be a chef? Like, what inspired you, and when did it come about? Like,
okay.
Growing up, like.
Then we going back to my Uncle Larry. That I don't know, he just gave us like the rules. Like, hey, look. We didn't grow up with my mom, rest in peace to her soul, but my mom didn't raise me, my uncle did, so he's my guardian, and I'm adopted. So he would let us know, like, look, I'm going to work from 9 in the morning to 5 a.m., 5 in the evening. Y'all get out of school at 2:30, makes simple sense. If you don't want a chicken patty or something every day, or if you don't want to eat pizza rolls or burritos, and you're not going to eat up all the snacks and here, the sweets, because he just didn't raise us like that, we knew we had to learn how to cook. So we figured, we went literally by age. So it was my sister first, and then it was my brother over me, my sister Tanisha, my brother Randy over me, and then myself. And I don't think my younger brother, Nick, I don't know if he knows how to, if he's good at cooking or anything, but growing up, it was like, hey, you gotta know how to cook if you want to eat around here. The food is in the deep freezer. We were spoiled. Like, my uncle had us to a point where we felt like it was weird for us to go into our friends' homes and they didn't have food. It really showed me, like, you know what I mean? Like, this man is doing an amazing job at raising us, at showing us what life is like. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I got some fries. Yeah. Did you call them?
What's one of the probably like top 3 seasonings you might use to, you know, get it right?
I use a lot of Tony Chachere's. I'm very big on salt, pepper, garlic. And I know that's like, oh, that's some of the blend. Well, I'm a little different with this salt, pepper, garlic. That's just my base. Salt, pepper, garlic, and from there, we're going smoked paprika and the whole nine. So it's what I figured about food. I was one of those kids that I could eat something and I would catch the back end taste and it would be bad or good. I knew I liked for my food to be smooth. And I come from a family of cooks. I'm a counsel, so like aunties, uncles, cousins can barbecue their ass off. So that's just, it's in my blood on both sides. My mom and my grandmother were great cooks too. So it's something that's hereditary for me, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I cook off of my photographic memory. Like I can take something that a meal that my mom made as a kid, and I can go back and visualize everything that was going on that day, and especially in the kitchen, and I will recreate that dish. And that's what I think is most fun about me being self-taught, you know what I'm saying, self-taught.
What's one of the best dishes you feel like you can go in the kitchen at any given time and it's gonna come out crazy no matter what? Like what's your go-to? Like what's the best thing you cook? Like, and
I'm gonna broaden that my answer for the question and say that meaning everything I do in the kitchen, and I know exactly how the question. I'm taking no offense to it. Everything I make in the kitchen is gonna be amazing. You know what I mean? Because I put my heart and my soul in every dish. I don't care if I'm making a grilled cheese. The other day I was making my girlfriend a grilled cheese sandwich, and it had to be the best one I ever made. So that's how much I love this. I don't care what it is we cook.
So you telling me you get no bad reviews?
I've gotten bad reviews before. I've heard that my food was too salty before.
Okay.
I've heard that I had some steak that was too tough, but again, that goes into imperfections. That goes into trials, tribulations. You're not gonna win every battle.
Exactly.
You're not gonna win every match. So I've grown to understand that. I've honed my skills. I've been congratulated enough to know that when I'm being redirected, that I need to listen up. You know what I mean? And I do feel like everything I cook when I go in the kitchen is gonna be top tier. When I say I've gotten bad reviews, it's come from other employees that I've hired, that's just trial and error for them. I don't fault them none. That just means I should have stepped up my teaching skills where they wouldn't have made that mistake, you know what I mean? And that's a very big thing for me. I've had people tell me like I've overseasoned something before. Just me, I cook off the site. So I will cook the whole day and not taste nothing that I cook, and I just look at it and I know it's amazing. So I've had people outside of celebrity status that really came through and showed me what real life was. You know what I mean? Like a very close friend of mine, look up to him like a brother, Scrooge. He when I first really blew up, so to speak, on Instagram, my coworker Brandon and I were just like sticking it out through the little apartments we were, you know what I'm saying, working out of my little brother's apartments. And he really pulled me to the side, him, other people, Trey, it was a few people that pulled me to the side and was just like, man, you gotta get it. I want you to meet such and such. You know what I mean? Like here, I'm gonna put you in front of this person, and that means the world to me. You know what I mean? For someone to be so intrigued with my talent that they have to let someone else enjoy it with them, you know what I mean? That's a big deal to me. So,
like, is there any chefs that, you know, inspired you to do what you're doing today, or push you to, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. I look up to Gordon Ramsay. Locally, I really like Chef Monk. Chef Guru was a very, very big inspiration. Only because we were on the same path. Guru Khalifa, that is, he owned the District Biscuit, and they're actually bringing it back. If it's already back, my apologies, I haven't been up there yet. But yes, Guru Khalifa and Chef Monk were the chefs locally who before I got over to Instagram, I looked at a lot of the chefs in Kansas City, and Jayon was a very, very, very outstanding chef. Within the midst of those other chefs, but he was the one that stood out the most because his work was vibrant. And I really kind of followed that path. Like, okay, well, this is what people like to see, and then I put my own spin on it. Once I got, it was like riding a bike. Once I figured out Instagram, I got to taking off, and I let my imagination go to work, do its thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, those three, I would say, coming into Instagram, Jayon. I liked a lot of his work. I liked it was a very good template of what Instagram was. He portrayed that very well, you know what I mean? Guru Khalifa, just because of his work ethic, crazy, presentation, crazy. Like, I've seen stuff from Guru Khalifa that I really, in my mind, had to look at it and say, you need to go do that right now for that self-confidence. Like, that's how good his presentation is. Like his photography to it is ridiculous. It's crazy. So, Chef Monk, he's a very well-seasoned chef in the game. And he's very, very professional. I like the professionalism he has. Oh, one other. The guy that, he's a big part of the reason why I cook. Dominique Donaldson. And I talked to him recently, and we went just head to head as my best friend. We used to, I see things my way, he see things his way, and he got his own alpha maleism going on. I got my own alpha maleism, and our egos are clashing. And it really just evolved me to be Chef Roi. Someone who's completely apologetic. I'm genuine in the skin I'm in, and I'm free. You know what I mean?
Perfect, man. All right, so if you can cook for somebody, it could be anybody in the world, like no matter what. You can cook for anybody in the world. Who would you cook for?
Roi.
You wanna cook for Roi? Hey, Rod, get at him, man. He's trying to whip it up.
Yeah, Roi. But I say that because, you know, big niggas like to eat for one. And he's, man, I'm proud to listen to his music.
Right.
So, if he's able to touch me with his talent, like spiritually, then my goal is to be able to reciprocate him that energy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a person of like, I'm not a suicidal person, but the other part of the struggle that he talks about, like, I understand that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, really nobody understands you because you know you got a gift, and then they just don't understand until one day you're like, look, this is what you know what I'm saying? So I listen to his music a lot. And I was thinking that the other day, but like, man, I would love to be able to let him try my food. But believe it or not, man, I'm a very big fan of a few different people, but
that's one of the main ones though.
Yeah, I really don't think like, man, can't wait to cook for, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm very big on like self-respect. Just being an all-around good person, just being exclusive. I'm like, look, my job is for you to want to come see me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not the other way around. So, I mean, of course I want to meet these people, but when they come to cook for them, I want them to call me. Right. I ain't never been like, man, I want to reach out.
Exactly. So, what's next for Chef Roi? Are you just gonna keep grinding hard as possible until you feel me?
I'm taking life a day at a time. I really don't want to confine myself to something that I can't really maneuver away from. And we all know running a restaurant is like, it's your baby, it's your next child. You got to make sure that you are attentive to this child. So I'm taking my time on the restaurant, stuff like that, just because of the concepts that believe in, that I not believe in, the concepts that I have in mind, so to speak. I mean, rather, but I don't know. Food truck, we might put one up there. I'm really focusing on the nightlife. I know I'm getting older and I'm focused on the nightlife. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I just feel like this is where the best money is. I feel like this is where the most appreciated spending comes from. Like in the middle of the night, because it's like no one else is doing it. You know what I mean? So you up here,
and it's good food.
It's fire. You know what I mean? So when you can make a call, it's going down right now. We open right now. You know what I mean? But when you get to a point where you like, look, here it is. It's 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I'm finna call Chef Roi. I'm finna get some of the coldest lamb chops you can get in here. Or I'm finna get some of the baddest fried rice you can ever see. Like that's amazing. And that's I'm doing it for my city. Like one can't see to know like this is the staple of our city.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is what we got. This is what we get to brag on. Chef Roi. This is what we got down here representing us, giving out flawless, effortless work. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, so basically, man, we know you. They know you travel. You told them, you know, you be around. Tell them how they can reach you. You know, we kind of at the end. We're gonna wrap it up. I want you to, you know, give them all your information, Instagram, whatever, however they can find you. Email.
Go look me up on Instagram at is it underscore Chef Roi? Chef Roi underscore. That's Chef Roi. CHEFROI _ look me up on Instagram. If you go on there, you see it's not a lot of people I follow back. I'm all about business, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. Please go follow the page. I keep content up there for y'all.
They hit the DM, you gonna reply back if it's about some business though.
I meet new people every day.
Exactly.
I love what I do. I'm not too good for nobody. Always reach out to me, DM me if you think anything was good. You might be waking up, you might be striking a creative clock in my mind, you know what I mean? While somebody asked for king crab today, I wasn't even open. I just opened up, gave them deep fried king crab. You know what I'm saying? That's just what people, that's my appreciation to y'all spending y'all money with me.
All right, man, we got Chef Roi right here, man. We in Kansas City reporting live. We just did the interview. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, all that. We appreciate y'all. Till next time, man.